it is Friday, June 2nd, 2023. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It is a Friday puzzle today, which means we could be seeing a step up in difficulty, maybe a significant step up. You never know on a Friday. It's a bit of a wild card themeless day. And yes, themeless day, so no theme, nothing like we had yesterday, just clues and solving. And this themeless and possibly challenging edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Lewis Williams, Camtron, Henrik Koskinen, and, as always, the invaluable Timothy Mark, the indomitable Showmaster, and the incredible Horan family. So thank you so much to the 6 of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for their generous support. They are sustaining this channel, keeping this whole thing going. I really do appreciate it. So thank you so much to them, and thank you to everybody who is a patron of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign. It really does mean a lot to me. So thank you if you are among that group. And if you'd like to consider becoming so, you can head over to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the link in the description field underneath the video. There you can find all of the bonus videos, such as all of the past mini puzzle weekly speed solves, as well as the one that will go up this week as well, hopefully today, if I can find the time to do that. And yes, and also, of course, as a benefactor, you get the Daily Solve Let's Check the Crosses mug. So thank you again to all patrons. Don't forget, you can always subscribe to the channel if you'd like to do me a small favor, and you can join the Daily Solve Discord chat server. It's a nice, friendly chat community. There's a link in the description field to that as well. Thanks to everybody who's done any of those things. Now let's get on to today's crossword. This is a Friday themeless construction by John Eubank, and it was edited, as always, by Will Shortz. John Eubank, about half a dozen puzzles or so to his name, I think, and it was edited, as always, by Will Shortz. So let's start solving. See what's in store. Police officers in British slang. Not sure what this is looking for offhand with 5 letters. Probably, it presumably ends with an S, so 4-letter synonym for British police officer. I'm not sure. Skyline sight. Oh, don't know. Hit the deck, maybe. Possible concern for a vet. Could be a veteran of a military conflict, or it could be a veterinarian. Certain, could be, flea or something. Certain cosmetic procedure for short. Could be a mani or a pedi, maybe, or, I don't know, that's really cosmetic procedure, maybe. That just sounds a bit, it's more of a, I don't know. Not getting anywhere, am I? Land with an enclave on the Strait of Hormuz. Is it Oman? It's the first one of these I feel that I can actually put in the grid. Not sure about the rest. Subject of the Jake Gyllenhaal movies Donnie Darko and Source Code. Oh, interesting. Time travel, essentially. I think that's basically the case. Source Code, that's sort of time travel. It's kind of like a simulated time travel, I think. Anyway, or maybe it is. I don't remember exactly how it's explained ultimately. Anyway, I enjoyed that movie. I thought it was sort of overlooked. Possible concern for a vet. Okay, right. So it's not flea or pest or anything like that. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it is a veteran. Maybe it's PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. This could be plods, police officers in British slang. I think plods is a term for police officers, sort of plodding around on the beat, sort of. Okay, that works. This is all starting to work. Certain cosmetic procedure for short is liposuction. And, genre for Dune and Flash Gordon, space opera? There we go. Yeah, I think that works. And it is hit the deck. That's funny. Skyline sight is a steeple? It's certainly true here in London. There are quite a few, especially in sort of really mainly in central London, you get little church steeples poking above, because it's not a very tall city, so the sort of surrounding buildings aren't tall enough to drown them out. Party animal, a donkey, I guess. Oh, okay, right, I see, yes. I got the answer before I understood the clue. So it's the sort of animal mascot of the Democratic Party in the United States. There we go. Adjective applied to the UK's Air Force and Navy, but not Army. Yes, you do have the Royal Air Force and the Royal Navy, but not the Royal Army. You know, it's not what it's called. It's just the Army. Okay, freestyle, e.g., you could freestyle rap, maybe. And if one promotes something informally, one reps it, maybe. You represent an artist, you promote them, maybe. That sounds reasonable, but I'm not. It could be something else, so let's check the crosses. It's an uphill climb from here. Everest or every part of a no. Part of a comic strip is a panel. Comic strip made up of several panels. Brink, the edge, the lip, the. Actually, lip looks right because this could be peril and slap. Yes, if you're in jeopardy, you're in peril, and a wrestling. No. Slam. So this is a rim. Is that one of the things I said? I don't think it is, actually. Yes, anyway, you're on the brink, you're on the rim of a, I don't know, a cliff or something, or a crater edge, maybe more accurately, would have a rim. Wrestling move is a slam. It's an uphill climb from here. Maybe it is Everest. I don't think so. I don't know why you'd start with that. Groovy could be neato, maybe. And Styx figure. Is it referring to the river Styx, mythologically? Charon, the ferryman. What else would this be? Styx figure. There was a band called Styx. I'm not going to know the name of a person involved if that's who this is referring to. I don't know. Oh, Traveler's Aid and then Traveler's Aid. It's the same clue for 29 and 30 across. What do I think that is? I don't know. Taqueria beverage, horchata or Mexican Coke, maybe? No, okay. I just say that because that's what Mexican Coke is made with sugar cane rather than high fructose corn syrup or whatever is used in the rest of North America, and so you can buy. I mean, I spent my adolescence in San Diego, which is near the Mexican border, and you definitely find Mexican Cokes in the taqueria there. Anyway, attendance at a Saturnalia. Well, that's a sort of it's a kind of Christmas. It's a festival. It's a sort of pagan festival around Christmas time. I worked on a game, co-wrote a game called Saturnalia that came out not just a matter of months ago, developed by an Italian studio called Santo Ragione. And it was really interesting. It was very, very interesting. It was the second thing I've written on for them. Previously, a game called Wheels of Aurelia that was set in incredibly kind of politically, just unbelievably politically fractious era of Italian politics in the 1970s. Anyway, I really enjoy working with them because you end up writing a lot about just really interesting periods. Anyway, I'm just sort of wasting time here because I can't think of what attendance at a Saturnalia is. Is it sort of sun worshippers or something like that? I don't know. Styx figure. Any of the bad boys in the 1980s to 90s NBA, I don't know. Traveler's Aid, don't know that either. Figure at a shareholders meeting in brief. CEO or CFO or something like that. Chief Financial Officer, Chief Executive Officer, COO, Chief Operating Officer. It probably is C something O. All right, let's solve something. It's been ages. Oh my goodness, I'm 7 minutes in. Provisos. Provisos are kind of, I don't know, they're sort of conditions or given sort of assumptions of a situation. What would fit? I mean, it has to be plural, presumably, unless it's a collective noun. The ifs, sort of, if these are true, these conditionals, assume they're true. These are the provisos. I think that works. Well, then. I mean, this could start with if as well, really. I don't know. Oh, in that case, yes. Oh boy, that C really helped. You can take it or leave it. And website with a no fear Shakespeare section. Is it something like Spark Notes? I wonder if that's still around. I'm sure it is. Sort of pre-created notes for school about books and academic subjects and things like that. Okay, a small fragment could be a snip of something. European tourist attraction that's erupted in popularity. It must be Mount Etna, the volcano. And Arctic food fish char? I don't actually know if it's Arctic. Let's see if that fits. Vaishnavism and Shaivism, e.g., those must be sects. Those must be specific sects, I would think. You can take it or leave it. Oh, final. Oh, just needed some water there. You can take it or leave it. A final exam or final. Not sure. Any of the bad boys. Piston? I think there's an NBA team called the Pistons. Maybe there was a group of them called the Bad Boys. I do not know this at all. Let's just try it and see. You can take it or leave it. Final option? Final offer. Offer. Take it or leave it. It's the final offer. There we go. That is what it is. Out to lunch. You're a bit daft. You're a bit out to lunch, maybe. And eyepiece. There is a newspaper here in the UK called The Eye, and we've had two other British related clues in this puzzle, so I'm just wondering if there's any way that that's what this is referring to, because an eye piece could be an article in the Eye newspaper. No, sorry, it's not. It's just a dot. It's a dot of an eye. I was overthinking it. That was silly. Okay, never mind. Something outstanding in its field could be a stalk, like a corn stalk. Member of the fam could be, I was going to say sis, but it could be sib. Could be sibling or sis for sister. Yeah, it could be either of those. Traveler's aid. Oh, an atlas, maybe. And then it would be sister. I think that's right. Suffer consequences is to pay. You'll pay the consequences. If something is in check, I mean, in the sense of in chess, in check could be at risk, but otherwise in check could be kept sort of within the boundaries or... not sure. Milky drink. Lassi, maybe? It's more sort of yogurty than milky. Might not be the answer. Oh, latte. Yes, sorry. It was the much more obvious one. Milk and coffee latte. Okay, there we go. In check. Oh, at bay. You're held in check. You're held at bay. Maybe this is Everest after all that. Everest Base Camp? What is the... I mean, it fits, but I don't understand what it's referring to. It's an uphill climb from here. There's no theme. I don't quite get it. Maybe this is wrong. Swell. To bloat, something swells, it bloats. They're first to play. The starters on a team. Look for yourself. Go see. Waved at, say. Greeted. Maker of Gator utility vehicles. I have no idea. I don't think I've heard of those. Zeal. Ardor. Fire. Enthusiasm. Oh, Deere. It must be John Deere. They make farm equipment. Okay, that makes sense that they would make utility vehicles. Okay. No for a vegan dairy. Yeah. No lattes for that person. At least not, I guess, dairy lattes. Any chess move in which one gives up a piece informally, a sacrifice, and about 80 meters for an Airbus A380. Is it the span? Is in the wingspan, maybe? An Airbus A380 is an enormous aircraft. I mean, I think it's certainly the biggest current passenger airliner. It's really huge. It has 2 full decks, unlike the Boeing 747, which just has that sort of little, smaller extra deck, second deck. One working with a set of keys. A piano tuner, right, okay. There we go. A set of keys of the piano, that is. And general motor, question mark. Armored car? Maybe a general in a military drives around in an armored car, I suppose? Is that what that's getting at? I guess so. Motor, that's sort of a British way to refer to a car as well. I wonder if this person has any British connection, John Eubank. Organization with a small one-story building in Times Square. NYPD, I guess? They do. That's funny, actually. I can picture it. Yeah. Okay, positive indication. A nod. So inconsiderate. Rude, you might say. So inconsiderate. The Inca Empire. Sure, could be referring to the Inca Empire. Wiener Schnitzel ingredient is veal. That is what Wiener Schnitzel is. Reach through reasoning to derive something logically, and if one has it wrong, one errs. Mergers and acquisitions are deals. Gymnast Reisman. Oh, Ali Reisman. I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly. I'm sorry if so, but I've heard the name certainly. And a group with 26 down in Korea. Oh, group with 26 down. It's not highlighted. Usually they highlight these automatically. Billboard Hot 100 listings. Hit singles? Yes, there we go. That does fit. Anyway, this will probably be BTS. So, group with hit singles in Korean, Japanese, and English. Oh, right. Okay. So they've recorded songs in several languages and have had hit singles in each. All right. Full of pluck. Oh, maybe this is Ali with a Y. I bet that's the case. Full of pluck. Feisty. There we go. Loosely worn item of attire. A sari or a sash or a serape or a scarf. Yeah, it must be scarf. Okay. Goes on and maybe not. Goes on and on. Maybe it isn't. No, that doesn't look right. None of these look right. Assuming hit singles is correct, which I sort of suspect it is. Hawk could be to sell things. Oh, a stole. There we go. It's not to think of every article of clothing starting with an S in 5 letters that can be draped. More than you'd suspect, I suppose. There were probably more I didn't think of. Language spoken in Canada could be Cree, First Nations language, and taqueria beverage. Oh, something fresco. What is this? Agua fresca. There we go. That's it. Yes. It is something I do really miss from San Diego's good, really good hole-in-the-wall taquerias. San Francisco as well, actually. Styx figure. Achilles. Oh, right, okay. I don't remember. Oh, yes, I do remember. I was going to say, I don't remember what Achilles has to do with the river Styx, but he was dipped in the river Styx and held by his heel, and that's why his heel is vulnerable, hence the phrase Achilles heel, which obviously was his undoing at Troy. All right, there we go. Attendance at a Saturnalia. Marriage agreement. I do. There we go. Traveler's Aid is a guide. If you're engaged in something, you're up to it. And targets for crunches informally are the abdominal muscles, the abs. Attendance at a Saturnalia. Oh, cupbearers. Oh, okay. And then doofus. Sorry, I'm just going to, before I fill this in, I'm going to look at the crosses. A doofus is an ass. Did we see? Oh, post hoc ergo propter hoc, causal fallacy. There we go. Goes on and on rants. All right, okay, that was stole. Traveler's Aid is a guide. So we have a guide and an atlas are 2 traveler's aids. All right, after all of that, we can enter this in, and there we go. that was the crossword for Friday, June 2nd. And I think I still don't quite understand what was going on with Everest Base Camp. Why is it an uphill climb from here? How do we know where here is? I don't understand what that means. I mean, presumably what it means is that even the base camp for Mount Everest is sort of a significant height above sea level. But how do you? I just don't understand what that means. What if you're solving this from somewhere where this isn't true? I don't know. I don't quite get it. Someone let me know if I'm overthinking it. I probably am. Anyway, Everest Base Camp is an uphill climb from here. I mean, it's true where I am, I suppose. There we have it. That was our Friday crossword. A nice one. I liked this one. It had a really wide variety of knowledge in there. We had this sort of, British slang. We had film subject. Actually, twice we had film-related clues parallel and adjacent to one another. Each one of these references two different films. That's interesting. Just all sorts of things. We had, I don't know, basketball, Greek myth, just sort of ordinary language, piano tuner. Piano tuner is a fun thing to enter into a crossword. It's just sort of perfectly ordinary but slightly uncommon phrase. Agua fresca. Yeah, just a really interesting range of things going into this puzzle. Some geography, and then Everest Base Camp, which I decided to make complicated for myself for some reason. Anyway, there we have it. That was the crossword for Friday, June 2nd. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know how you fared with this one in the comments or the Daily Solve Discord. And I will, of course, be back tomorrow for the Saturday puzzle. Could well be the toughest puzzle of the week. Still no theme. Join me then. But until that point, please do have an excellent remainder of your Friday. Take care.